Courtney, and today I'm going to be talking about some birds that are commonly found around Blacksburg. So my main objectives for you guys today are to not only be able to identify some common birds around here, but to also gain a better understanding of the diversity of species that we have here. I'm only going to hit a few birds, but we have a huge variety, and it's really cool to be able to know some of them. And finally, I want you guys to not necessarily gain a deeper respect for nature, but more of an understanding for nature and a better connection to Blacksburg. For me personally, being able to go out to a place and being able to identify and know the trees or the animals or the plants out there, I feel more connected to that place, and I also get more of a positive feeling about that place. So I hope that kind of gives you guys a little bit more of a positive feeling about Blacksburg. So we're going to start at the duck pond. How many of you guys have seen Canadian geese and mallard ducks out there? Right? They're everywhere, right? So the Canadian geese, they usually pair for life, and males and females both look the same. Mallard ducks, they only pair for a breeding season, and then the males are the ones with that bright green head. Females are that lovely brown color. And that's pretty common with most birds who have a color differences between the sexes. The male is generally brighter colored, and then the female is usually either a brown or a duller version of the male. If you're lucky, you might be able to see a great blue heron. These guys eat everything. They eat like toads and frogs. I didn't know they ate turtles and snakes, fish, and also other small birds. So they are like the top predators of the duck pond. Alright, next we're going to go to songbirds. Northern cardinals and blue jays are probably in the top 5 most common birds that you're going to see around Blacksburg, especially on campus. Blue jays are incredibly intelligent, and they are also very noisy. You'll probably hear them before you see them. Cardinals, fun fact, they are the state bird of Virginia, so that's kind of cool. Red-winged blackbirds, I actually have never seen on campus. I see them more out on Plantation Road, out by the farms. They like to hang out on the telephone lines out there. Usually come about more spring, summer. That's when their breeding season starts, and the males start to sing, so they want to attract all the girls. That messed up, but I can still talk. How many of you guys have bird feeders, or have had a bird feeder? Most of you, right? Have you seen any of these birds out there?
Yellow.
The yellow one? Yeah. So most people you normally see, it's called an American goldfinch. You usually see that one. Pretty easy to spot and pretty easy to remember because it's one of the few yellow birds out there. And then this is called a tufted titmouse. And these two are seed eaters, so they're always on the bird feeders basically. Sometimes you will see the red-bellied woodpecker out there. They mostly eat insects though, so they are usually out in the forest and wooded areas. But they like seeds as like a little treat, so they might come up to your bird feeder sometimes. Alright, and then on your bird feeder, you might also see these guys, which I like to call generic brown birds, because they all look the same. So we have the house finches and the house sparrows. The males are on top, females are on the bottom. And the color is kind of weird, but at least for the house finches, you can tell the males apart because they have that red head. And then the house sparrows, the males have a lighter body, and their markings up on their wing and back are more pronounced than on the female. But then, so the female house finch, female house sparrow, and song sparrow all are brown and look the same. However, the song sparrow has these like gray stripes, or not gray, brown stripes and streak markings on them. They're from head to toe. Whereas the house finch, they also have those streaks, but they are not on their head. They're from chest down. And then between the house finch and the house sparrow, both brown, the main difference between them is in their beak coloration. So the female house finch, she has more of a gray tone beak, and then the female house sparrow has more of a yellow tone beak. And then we have some really cool larger birds. Turkey vultures you're going to see a lot eating the roadkill all the time, right? Has anybody ever seen a red-tailed hawk? Right? They're really cool. I actually saw one a couple years ago outside of a dorm eating a squirrel. They got caught. Like there are a whole bunch of people crowded around it. It did not care. It wanted that squirrel. It was very focused. And then we also have a lot of crows and some ravens around here. So crows and ravens are also very similar looking. They're both black, kind of the same size, but the main way you can tell them apart is they have a few physical differences. So it's the beak, their calls, and then their wings. For me, personally, the beak is the easiest way to tell them apart. So a crow has more of a smaller, straight beak, whereas the raven has more of a hook to it. And so, looking at that, which one is which? Which one's the crow and which is the raven? If these two are the same species, then these two are the same species.
Crows on the left.
Yeah, crows on the left, ravens on the right. Yeah, exactly. So that's that. Both are highly intelligent birds. There's a lot of research done on crows and how smart they are. Some of them make their own tools to find food. It's really cool. And crows are definitely more common around here, though. There are some ravens. Crows are very common. They're very loud and noisy. Also, a group of crows is called a murder. That's kind of weird. I don't know who came up with that one, but it's kind of interesting. And finally, last but not least, we have the hokey bird, native to Blacksburg, right? The best one. So yeah, that's about all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys get a better understanding of the birds that are around here and are able to maybe identify some a little bit better. Yeah.
Courtney, do you know on the
Oh, questions? Yes.